Hello designers, my name is Karthik from Design School for WordPress Beginners, the place where I teach you how to design, build, customize and enhance your websites. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Let's get into the video. I've already taught custom breakpoints in another tutorial. I'll leave a link to that in the description. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and check that out. In this video, I'll show you 5 practical applications of custom breakpoints. Coming in at number 1 is to toggle visibility of elements. It can be a section, column or a widget. So here I have the consolidated code pasted into this HTML widget which I showed you at the end of the video in custom breakpoints. So I can simply hide this text editor widget simply by giving it a name and specifying visibility as hidden for any of the breakpoints. So when the breakpoint reaches this value, this particular widget will be hidden. Let's test that out. I'll click on update. Watch what happens when I scale down my browser's window. When the width reaches 900 pixels, you can see that the text editor widget is hidden because that's the rule I set in this. So I just said that at 900 pixels, just hide the text editor widget. So if you want to toggle the visibility, you can copy and paste the code in another breakpoint. So you can, as we've said, that at 900 pixels, just hide the class which is mytext123, which is the name of this text editor widget, or you can type selector and again you know how to do it. I'm just showing it with the free version. So at 900 pixels, just hide this text editor widget, right? So you can bring it back at 700 pixels. So this will be visible when the width is above 900 pixels and below 700 pixels. Let's test that out. So currently it's visible. Let's toggle this. Let's resize our window. At 900 pixels, it's not shown. And when the width reaches 700 pixels, the text editor widget is visible again. That's because those are the conditions we've set here, simply by applying a property. And this visibility can be applied to any section, column or widget. So that's point number 1. Coming in at number 2, you can apply different CSS code at different breakpoints. So for 900 pixels, you can maybe change the text color, and at 700 pixels, you can have a box shadow. So you can say a 5 pixels blue box shadow. Let's test that out. I'll click on update. So at 900 pixels, we won't have any box shadow for any LE, which is nothing but, I think, the heading widget, I guess. Yes, it's the heading widget. So it won't have any box shadow at 900 pixels, but it will at 700 pixels. Let's test that out. As I scale it down, at 900 pixels, no box shadow. And at 700 pixels, you can clearly see the box shadow of this particular heading widget. So you can basically apply different CSS code at different breakpoints. You can basically apply any CSS code in here. It need not be something that is similar. So you can apply maybe animation at 900 pixels and something else at a different breakpoint. And you can apply as many breakpoints as you can. Another practical application is to apply different font sizes at different breakpoints. So maybe by default you can have a 60 pixels font size, and when the width reaches 900 pixels, you can reduce it to 50 pixels, and when the width further scales down to 700 pixels, you can have a lesser font size. So let's go ahead and check this out. And the reason for this is to improve readability. And one more thing, before you apply any custom CSS, clear out all the settings that you have set using the style tab in the widget itself. So if you have set anything in style or advanced, just clear them out and set them to defaults so that your custom CSS will work for you. So now I have given font size 60 pixels as a default. So by default it will have a 60 pixels font size, which is ideal for desktops. But when the window scales down at 900 pixels, I'll reduce the font size gradually. You can add as many breakpoints and reduce the font sizes in increments of 10 maybe, if that's what you're looking for. Anyway, let's go ahead and check this out. So at 900 pixels width, above 900 pixels width, this looks fine. and let's scale down our browser window, and it adjusted to 50 pixels, and let's further scale it down, and at 700 pixels and below you can see the font size much more readable. So this will improve readability on mobile devices. And remember, before you apply any custom CSS, make sure you clear out all the CSS or the style that you have applied for each widget using the style tab. So if you have applied anything, just click on this. Everything will be set to default just like this, so that you can apply custom CSS and play with various properties. Another practical application is to develop device specific websites. So let's say if you're developing an iPhone app, you want to make sure that your app website or the website that actually advertises your app looks great on iPhone, because it's an iPhone app. It's quite logical. So you can make use of custom breakpoints as you know the width of iPhones, and make sure that your website looks great on these resolutions using custom breakpoints. By default, Elementor provides 3 breakpoints, and with custom breakpoints you can have a complete control over your websites, so you can build better responsive websites using custom breakpoints. So here are the 5 applications. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. I'll talk to you real soon.
And that's it for now, and hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you guys think in the comments down below.
And if you need anything else, don't hesitate to ask. I'm ready to help you. Catch you in the next video. Peace.